Alright, what is up, everybody? This is steviebreech coming to you. It's been a couple of days. All of the videos are up from Wrestlemania. I made sure I got all of them up as soon as I could. That way you could check them out. I know those are some of those popular videos that I put up. Everybody loves to watch those videos and live their experiences through them. And then they always say that they are the reason that they are going next year. I'm glad that I was able to show you everything that we did. There's always some stuff that just the camera doesn't get turned on for, and those stories will come out another day. But I went through, I read all the comments, answered as many as I could through all the videos that I put up, and I made my own Q&A of questions that I thought people would like to know answered about Wrestlemania week and all the activities and everything that happened in the videos. So make sure you check it out. Hopefully one of your questions is the ones that I answered. I didn't tip anybody off, so I'm be saying everybody's YouTube name. That's their little shout out as a thank you, and we'll burn through these as fast as we can. Hopefully there'll be some interesting stuff in here. The sucky thing about saying people's YouTube names is sometimes I don't know how the hell you pronounce some of them. So if I spell it, I apologize. I'm got a redneck education, and I'm not that smart with some stuff. But this first question is honestly one of the first questions, or honestly one of my favorite questions that I got asked for the whole thing. But this is from Sashay TV, Shashay TV. When I record something in public, people look at me like I'm Jesus. What about you? Honestly, yeah, you have to get over your fear a little bit of recording in person. Getting out there and live vlogging. Um, I don't know. I just sort of an outgoing person. I think you have to sort of have that with you. Plus, being in a group of guys, Yaya and Ravi, who are recording as well. Honestly, sometimes all three of us recording at times, it'd be funny to take a step back and watch three guys walking down the street, talking to flip cams all at the same time. We probably do look a little goofy, but honestly, the way I look at it is when I'm live vlogging, like if I go out into the public, like today I was doing it when I took my kids to the bounce house, or if I go to the zoo or Wrestlemania, or just going to a game. Honestly, 99% of the people that I see there, I am never going to see again. And they might think I look stupid, but I'm able to do something that I like, and that's make a video, put it up on YouTube for people to watch. That's you guys, and I don't know, it doesn't matter to me. If somebody thinks I'm stupid for 2 minutes, they're going to think I'm stupid, and there's nothing I can do about it. But I honestly really like making videos no matter what I'm doing. When I go on vacation, I always try to get them up as fast as I can. It's the way I sort of tend to relax when I'm done with the day and go on to the next day. Like if we go to Disneyland or something like that. That's what I like to do before I fall asleep that night, is make sure that I get the video ready to upload the next day, and like it processes while I sleep and stuff like that. But you just have to sort of get over it. But yeah, people are gonna look at you like you're sort of dumb. DFB 9390. So Haas and Benjamin got pissed at you. Yeah, basically I think Haas got more pissed than Benjamin did. But just to break down the story one more time so everybody really understands. They saw the footage in the video, and some people didn't really understand, even though I put the one video up. When you went inside, and you paid for your tickets for the ROH meet and greet, uh, tag teams had one price and single guys had another price. Since these guys have WWE fame, they weren't a tag team, they were solos. And so I had to buy a total of 4 tickets to meet Haas and Benjamin. And all in all, looking back at it now, I even got ripped off. I should have got a picture with Haas and a picture with Benjamin. But besides that point, anyways, when I walked up and I put my 4 tickets on the table, however much money that's probably $40. I think they were $10 a piece. I'm not 100% sure. Is what it cost me to meet Haas and Benjamin. I said, I've got 4 tickets. That's for an autograph each and for a picture. I know that I said that. I know it. Because I said it to everybody else when I walked up, just to make the process go faster. It's not like there were long lines for people, but I'm sure, they had a whole bunch of people that were, going up to him and messing him with him, that, were taking a whole lot of time that they didn't want. I wanted to talk to the guys about other things. I didn't want to worry about the tickets and the money situation while I was talking to them. Anyways, they signed my DVD cover, ROH Center Takes Center Stage. It's the first show I ever went to. They won the tag titles that night. I wanted to get as many of the guys on the card from that night to sign it. That is real important show to me. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I think I'm going to once I get as many guys as I can on there. I'm missing just a couple. I knocked a whole bunch of them. I probably got at least 75% of the people that are on there. I know I need all 4 chicks that are on there. I'll probably never get the 2 Japanese girls, but I might frame that and put it on the wall, and then just buy another one to have on the shelf to watch, because it is a show that I watch a lot, because it is a real special show to me. That was my first ROH show. But as they were signing that, and we were talking about this, that, and the other, they said, "Do you want this 8x10?" So I said, "Yeah, I'll take the 8x10," because from previous experience, when I talked to ANX, All Night Express, Red Titus, and Kenny King, they signed my item, they took my picture, and then as I was getting my ready to leave, like I was all done with them, they asked me if I wanted the 8x10. I said yeah. So I thought they were being nice, like they were nice, and just giving us the 8x10 to be, good guys. And these guys, I guess, wanted to get over as heels. And so I took the 8x10, and to them now they didn't need anything. And when I asked for the picture, they wanted they wanted $20 more to take this picture, and I was not gonna give them $20 more because basically I don't collect 8x10s, and I don't need them. So when push came to shove, I wasn't gonna back down from Charlie Haas, and Charlie Haas sort of wasn't gonna back down from me. So it was just, we never really yelled at each other, but we just talked back and forth to the point was like, I'm not walking away from here because I'm not gonna let you punk me out of $20. And it made the show a lot better, honestly, also, but a member of ROH management stepped in and they said, just take the damn picture, Charlie. And it all got worked out. But when Hawes came out and saw me in the front row that night, Rex at entrance, it was definitely sure that he saw me and remembered me from my orange Tennessee hat. He put the finger right in my face and let me know that he was pissed off. He might have done that regardless otherwise, but I don't know. To me, it just made the show a whole lot better. Next question is NSCWE Videos 59. And what does mom mean? I was putting mom on the front of all my videos. Because basically it's, well-known fact that any video with Wrestlemania on it or Mania, WWE takes them down. They don't really care about them. They just try to get as many videos down as possible because they're not going to spend the time to make sure that every single video doesn't have Wrestlemania footage in it. They go after access videos, actual match footages. I've seen people's reviews get taken down, people's predictions get taken down, and I didn't want to take that chance. I wanted to make sure these videos stayed up forever. So I went after something that I didn't think they would look for. And MOM is the abbreviation for Mania of Mania. One of the best wrestling documentaries that are out there. I think it blows almost anything out of the water. Most people know about it, some people don't. If you have Wrestlemania 20, the 3-disc edition, it's on there. It's a documentary that basically goes over all of Wrestlemania 19, just about everything that's in it. It has a full, I think, hour long or maybe even longer playtime. It's really good. It's got bonus footage and stuff that they tried to cut out so it wouldn't be that long. Jesse Ventura is the guy that does the talking for the documentary. It's very well done, very, very good. If they would have put that on a single DVD and sold it as its own, I would have bought that. But as an extra on WrestleMania 20, it makes that WrestleMania 20 DVD a steal because you can probably pick that up pretty cheap almost anywhere. And when I say the WrestleMania 20 DVD, not the one that is involved in the anthologies version. This is the actual big thick version. Oh, they don't make the thick version anymore. They started making it look like a single DVD with 3 DVDs stacked in there like the Tombstone style. But yeah, definitely make sure you pick that up one way or another. Because Mania Mania is a really great documentary. And hopefully I can make some people go out and check that out. Next one is Total Wreckage. Real disappointed you guys didn't go to Access. Guess you guys were too cool to meet the WWE guys. Meeting the indie guys is so cool. Not. I guess this guy was upset that we went to the ROH meet and greet instead of going to Access on Saturday. Basically, no, that was on Friday because that was night 1. I apologize. Basically, the first 2 nights they're there, Thursday and Friday nights, Access only run sessions. Saturdays and Sundays, they run all day. But honestly, when it comes down to it, I go to WrestleMania to see wrestling. That's what makes the whole thing awesome. I don't get to see ROH. ROH doesn't come to my town, and they always put on a damn good wrestling show. I really like meeting wrestlers. It's a real cool experience, but when you go to Access, you do get to meet a lot of guys, but honestly, when it comes down to it, you only get about 10 to 30 seconds at the most with these guys, maybe a minute if you're really, really slow and they put up with you. But I don't know. I would rather go to a wrestling show over meet wrestlers any day of the week. Plus, I got to meet. I don't even know how many future WWE superstars are out there, but I met almost everybody out there except Davey and Red Titus. But no, I apologize, not Red Titus, but I met everybody except Davey and fuck, I forgot his name. I don't know. Anyways, I met everybody except for two guys, and possibly one of those guys is going to get bumped up, and they could be the next Daniel Bryan or CM Punk be the next champion. So I don't know. That was a steal for me to go to the ROH meet and greet. But when it came down to it, night one of Showdown at the Sun or whatever the hell they call the ROH night one, the actual show, when it's put out on DVD, awesome. I don't think anything could have happened, and plus, I know a group of people. The Saturday Access was fucking packed. I mean, this group of people that went, they got to meet one person. Wasn't even a wrestler. Wasn't even a commentator, an announcer. They met Howard Finkel. And then they tried to jump in another line. Shut out. Didn't get anybody. It was a horrible experience for them. Access was overly packed that day. Luckily, when we went on Sunday, when we walked in the doors, I was not thinking I was going to do anything except meet this one people. I noticed that there wasn't a lot of people in there, but I was like, people got to be showing up pretty soon. We didn't wait in line. We got there right as the doors opened pretty much, so everybody was already in there. But I was like, I got to get something because I remember the Access before WrestleMania last year, we did one thing. We met Ricky Steamboat in one session, and that was it. Paid $50, maybe $65, whatever it is with taxes and service charges. But I don't know. I had a lot of fun at the Access that I went to on Sunday. We got to meet a whole lot of people, see the memorabilia for the WWE, for the Rock. Got to make the tryout video for the Marine. Hopefully, I can get that now that Randy Orton's kicked out. If JTG doesn't steal it from me, but Access is fun. But I'd rather see wrestling over Access any day. A2ILOOL said, how come you stayed in 2 hotels? Basically, when it comes down to it, with the travel package, they book you a hotel that stays from Friday. You can check in, and I think they wanted you to check in at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We ended up getting there a little bit earlier. And then you were able to stay all the way until Monday night. Unless you went to Raw and you bought the ticket, then they would extend your stay till Tuesday night. But we wanted to go to that ROH show, and we didn't want to fly in and have to book it over to ROH, maybe keep taking our luggage with us and taking a chance that they have somewhere to put it for us. We wanted to make sure we got into our hotel, we got, well settled, that we could drive over to the ROH show, not have to worry about anything. And in order to do that, we had to fly in the night before, and then we rented a hotel that was really cheap. It came with a free airport shuttle. We were able to pass off getting our rental car to the next day, which we picked up at the airport. We used the shuttle to get back, so we saved a whole lot of gas money. We split up the room. We only paid like $30. I think it was really cheap for the room, 3 ways, with me, Luke, and Miguel, Salt and Battery, and freaking yeah, 88. And so that's really dirt cheap when it comes down to it. And in order to be well rested and not have to worry about it and head over to what was an awesome show, I think that was really, really worth it. JC Nation did the kid win something. This is coming from the video I put up of Assault and Battery 777 and I playing trivia against a kid. At Access, it was all John Cena, C Nation trivia, which I didn't know going in there. I didn't look at the C Nation backstop before me. I was looking forward to some all-around wrestling stuff, and that's why when they named the John Cena stuff, I looked pretty stupid. But it was basically just for bragging rights. I let the kid win. I laid down for him and did the job. Made sure he won and went home happy. I had that little heel turn moment when he first walked up. I thought that was pretty funny, trying to give him the high five and say there's no friends in trivia. But basically just for playing, everybody filled out a form. The form went into a big tumbler, and somebody won John Cena's, it said John Cena's worn shirt. But I was guessing it would be from Wrestlemania, but he threw that into the crowd, and the kid caught it in the front row that's wearing a Cena shirt. So I don't know what's worn Cena's shirt it is. Maybe it's the one he wore at Access or something like that. But that's what you were playing for. Everybody was a winner. Everybody's name went in the bucket. Then we got the question from RKO Y2J12. Was Mania Access crowded with people? We only went to the one. I think I sort of spoiled this question with the last one. We were real lucky. I think with Access being over here and Wrestlemania being way over there and Wrestle Reunion being over there and I think Dragon Gate ran a show over there. Everything was real spread out. That was the one thing I didn't like about Miami. Atlanta, everything was contained. It was pretty stupid of you not to buy an access ticket for last year's WrestleMania in Atlanta. Seeing how the convention center was right next to where the Georgia Dome was, you were already going there. You might as well go. That's why I think it was so overly packed. Like I said, we only were able to meet Ricky the Dragon Steamboat in the session before access. But this was not overly crowded. I don't think I waited to meet any wrestlers longer than 10 minutes. And there were things that I just walked right into. Like the John Cena trivia. I just walked right up and I did that. Jinder Mahal, pretty much just walked up and met him. Tyler Rex, Kurt Hawkins. No line. So, I don't know. I mean, Access didn't seem crowded to me. The only thing I got cut off from was I tried to jump in line with Layla was doing autographs, but I didn't know that when they did the superstar changes, they actually closed the line and they don't let anybody else in there. And I was like, I'll meet Layla, or if I don't, meet her, I'll just meet the next people. And they said, no, we don't let you do that. So that's when I went over and did the audition for the Marine 3. Next question is Jericho Sucks 94. High five on that name. I thought you hated Matt Hardy. Are you a hypocrite? Basically, I don't think of myself as a hypocrite. I said a lot of shit about Matt Hardy, but I think Matt Hardy deserved everything that I did, and I think I made this pretty clear in my video, the one that I labeled Matt Hardy as a worthless piece of trash, or something like that I called it. I made that video basically for all my years of being a Matt Hardy fan and a Matt Hardy supporter. I felt that his YouTube videos and the point that he came out and he said that he was trying to get fired from WB because he needed his way out of there was saying that me as a wrestling fan, a fan of his that spent money on DVDs, t-shirts, shows to go see him. I will not lie to you. I went to a house show and I don't know. It was the Marine was the sponsor of it. So whenever the Marine came out in theaters, whatever year that was, 2005, I wasn't watching wrestling 100% of the time. I wasn't even watching SmackDown, but I went to a SmackDown house show for the one thing that Matt Hardy was wrestling on that show. I swear to God, you don't believe me? You don't have to. But I didn't give a shit about Batista, Booker T, or Finlay wrestling in that main event. I didn't even know who Hornswoggle was going into there when that green guy came out from underneath the ring to interfere in the match. I marked out for him, but I didn't know who he was. Half the stuff that was going on, I'd never seen MVP before. There was a lot of stuff that I took from that show that I started to like wrestling for, but I went to that show because I knew I could cheer for Matt Hardy and support him. It's the way it is. I don't think I've ever said that. Even in I made a video against Assault and Battery 777 when he made a video saying why he hated Matt Hardy. I made a video saying why I loved Matt Hardy, which is still pretty easy to find. I have it connected to the Matt Hardy's a worthless piece of trash video as well, which made it pretty funny. And then there's the constant mistakes that Matt kept making in his videos, just basically putting down the fans, saying that we didn't really mean anything to him at the same time when he was saying that we meant something to him, and just DUI after DUI after stupid arrests. I just had enough and I was done with them. And as you can see, since he got fired from TNA for the DUIs, it's been a good couple of months that we haven't heard anything about Matt Hardy since he went to rehab and he left or was excused or whatever it was. He's kept it real quiet. The YouTube videos are sporadic. When they put them up, it's to put over wrestling, about wrestling Psycho Sid and the other. So I think the Matt Hardy part of me as a fan is coming out and it is coming back. I would like to see him. If he came back to WB, I wouldn't mind it if they have room for him and the heat that he has for the crap that he did can be erased. I'm not saying he needs to go to the main event. I'm not saying he needs to go to being a mid-card superstar. I'm saying he needs to be the Tatanka of SmackDown 2005. I mean, he needs to walk in there and he needs to be that name that just puts guys over. And I think that would be a good spot for Matt Hardy. I'm not wanting anything more from him, but maybe this time I let him back in and I met him. I didn't have the balls, honestly, to tell him who I was. That we traded messages back and forth after I made the worthless piece of trash video. I wanted to because he sent me one video that told me, not a video. He sent me one private message, direct message on Twitter, saying that it was all a work, that it was all a storyline, and I basically wanted to call him out on that, but I didn't have the balls to do it, honestly. But Assault and Battery 777, after I took the picture, he didn't want to let this go. He wanted to make sure that he took in every single bit of my t-shirts, and Matt Hardy sort of read the front, read the back, swung me around. He gave me a little giggle, and I had the balls to tell Matt on Twitter that I was sort of I told him that he was honestly the nicest guy that I met all Wrestlemania, and it really changed my mind on him. And he came back at me and said that he hopes that I really mean it because he knows that I had a lot of anti-Hardy stuff. No, he said anti-me. I had a lot of anti-me stuff on his channel, so I was sort of like, I guess he knows who I am, I guess in a way, but I don't know, that was really surprising. I didn't think I know that when I made that video, I was mad enough that I sent it to him, and I know a lot of other people, when it was up on NoDQ.com, sent it to him, trying to get him to watch the video, maybe say something about it or something like that. He sent me private messages and direct messages, but he never really came out in the open about it like he did about the CM Punk shoot he did, but I don't know. That's pretty cool that he came out and he actually admitted that he knew who I was as the anti-Hardy guy. But unless he does anything really over the top stupid, like DUI, which is something that I don't put up with, I don't look forward to seeing any more. Sorry about that small interruption. Hopefully, I finished up my Matt Hardy things. I don't know really where I left off. But then the next one is from AMNIVA. Did you get any crap from the hotel staff from all the noise during the yes, yes, yes portion of the video? Honestly, no. They just sort of looked at us and shook their head. We did that late Monday. We were leaving Tuesday morning. They knew that hotel was probably honestly packed with 95% full of wrestling fans. There was a couple times I went in the airport and people, not the airport, I apologize, in the elevator. There was a couple times I went into the elevator and the people that were in there didn't know anything about Rock or Cena. So I know that there were some other people staying in there, but everybody else had wrestling gear on and wrestling stuff. So they made a ton of money. I'm guaranteeing you that place was booked solid for WrestleMania. And it was, like I said, 95% wrestling fans. They didn't want to make any of us unhappy. It's not like Mania is going back to Miami anytime. But they made good money off of us. And no, I don't think any of us were that stupid with it. We just yelled for a couple minutes. So, no, nobody was mad. Nobody got threatened to get kicked out or anything like that. But that's something I've never been a part of before, and that was very awesome. The fact that 5 guys jumped out of a hotel elevator and was able to make a whole hotel lobby break out into the yes chant. It was like everybody wanted to do it, and we had the balls to do it. But there was this one guy that was in the hotel lobby the whole time. He was like a big fat guy with a big beard. He looked real dirty, and me and him didn't get along because he was a Rock fan and I was a Cena fan. And we had some fun because he was in the lobby all the time, hanging out with other people. And he was always willing to take a shot at me when I came in. I don't know. I don't even know how it got set off that he was a Rock fan and I was a Cena fan. But basically, he would try to bury me, and I'd give it back to him. I think one time he called me a redneck something Cena fan. It wasn't pretty, whatever it was, but we were trading it back and forth. But during the yes, 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 I could see that we had a little connection finally, and everything came together. Where are we? JTL Punk 97. Wouldn't half the hotel be there for Mania? Shit, I should have read these again before I did it. Yeah, I think 95% of the hotel was probably just there for Mania. I think they filled the whole thing up, and that was just about it. Gilbert Blaze. Wow, how much did you pay for your ticket? You were so close. This was on the Rock video. Basically, what we did was we bought the package. The package was way too much, but we did it because some of us thought it was going to be our last Wrestlemania. That was me, and we wanted to make sure that we were going to go out with a bang. I was fine with buying the cheapest package, which went for like $8.90. That comes with your hotel and your seats for Hall of Fame, Raw. No, yeah, $8.90 was the Raw one too. It was for Raw, Hall of Fame, and Wrestlemania. But we went for the second biggest one. We went for Platinum. The only one higher was VIP, where you get to sit. If you bought the VIP, you get to sit in rows 1 through 4, and you got to have one VIP access session with a superstar of your choosing. If you were able to make that access session, I guess you had to because you picked it. But we went with the Platinum, which is the sit row 4 through 12, stay in the hotel, and get seats for Raw as well. And those were $17.50. That's probably the most expensive thing I've ever bought for wrestling. The tickets that we got for Mania said $8.50 on them, so that's how much the Mania ticket would have cost if you would have bought it on your own. But more than likely, it would have gone for more if you would have put it on the secondhand market. JJ, that's the J, yeah, Double J guy 702. How did you buy the WrestleMania travel packages? The travel packages went on sale in July. They went on sale, I believe, the day after Money in the Bank on a Monday, or maybe it was Tuesday. I'm not sure because I remember that when I was buying or getting the thing together to buy the travel package, I was eating a Subway sandwich from Subway, and I really wanted that sandwich because on Raw the night before, they kept on running the ads for the pulled pork sandwich. I remember saying that I was going to get it, and I got it, and I ate it, and it was good, and it was overpriced. So that's what makes you think it was on a Tuesday. I think they went on sale the Tuesday after Raw, after Money in the Bank. But basically, you just log on to WWE.com. You need to have a PayPal account. They don't just take a straight credit card like anything else with. You had to be able to pay for your full payment with PayPal. They didn't want to joke around with anything else for some reason. Maybe it's because they take orders from other countries and stuff like that. But that's basically it. You just log on with WWE.com and you buy it. They're only on sale for a short time. They always sell out. Now that they've been doing them right for the past few times. They used to put them on WWE Shop. I can remember this a couple of times. I think it was 24. It might have been 25. They even had Mania packages in the clearance bin before WrestleMania, trying to get those last minute buys on them, and they didn't sell out. But they've done it right the last few times. Maybe they haven't done as many, and that's why they sell out. But that's it. WWE.com. Just make sure you're there. They let you know enough ahead of time. I think they even tell you on Raw when they come out. If not, the dirt sheets always tell you, or just keep checking back. Go to Wrestlemania.com. You'll find out. Look on Twitter. But yeah, it shouldn't be easy. This is from Yankee Leroy, Lear. Oh no, wait a minute. No, it's Yankee 6 A Rod. I apologize, I butchered your name. Why didn't Paz come? Basically, I think it's common knowledge if you follow him on Twitter, so I don't want to put him on blast, but if you follow him on Twitter, it's pretty easy to know that Paz is getting married, and he wanted to give his wife his dream marriage, and that sort of meant taking out WrestleMania. He wanted to make sure that he had all the money to put into that wedding that he did. It killed him. He wanted to come all the way up until the last minute, but we wanted to have him there. We offered him to stay at our spot and everything, but it just didn't work out. But I'm sure he's going to be better off now that he's getting married anyways. Now, this one right here brought the heat. Big Chooch Wrestling. It starts out, in regards to Luke Cage, watching all your videos that seemed different this year, it was you guys and Luke, while last year you guys all seemed to click better. Maybe I'm wrong, but it just seemed like a different dynamic with Luke, and it was weird this year. Basically, Luke had some hard times following him. And Luke was at the point when he just basically was saying he wasn't going to go to WrestleMania this year. It just didn't add up in his head with this, that, and the other, that he was going to be able to afford it. So we wanted to make sure that he was able to be there. He bought a ticket. He had every right to be there. So everybody pulled strings. Everybody helped him out in any way that we could to make sure that he was able to get there. But we gave him a place to stay. He stayed with us for free. We didn't charge him a dime. We only had to have him pay for gas. That was the only thing that we were gonna say. That we had to fill the rental car up, and he was gonna be in it enough that he had to pay that part of it. That was the only thing that we really said that we need to. But that only ended up being $10. So hell, he got a hell of a steal. Stay with us, get driven around for $10. I take that any day. But he didn't really want to do anything that was gonna put him over the edge or put him on different money. He came with us to Wrestle Reunion, basically just to help Ravi film. Ravi paid for his way to get in there. He filmed, and I sort of felt bad for him, but he said not to feel bad for him. We left there to go to ROH, and so he was able to get a bus back. But Luke's a good dude. He always finds his way around. He jumped on a bus and he was home within 30 minutes. He was able to let us know, and it only cost him a couple bucks. They came back to screw him, though. If you remember in the videos when Luke got lost, he took the wrong bus. So maybe Luke's not as good as we thought he was. But that was when him and Christian got lost after Wrestlemania, and they had to pay $50 for a cab to get back because they might have got on the south bus when they're supposed to get on the north bus or something like that. They were at the end of the line. Funny shit. But Luke was with us every second that he could be, but he didn't want to go to the ROH shows. He didn't want to do this and that because it costs money, and it costs a lot of money for all of us. We weren't gonna shell out of our own pocket to get him there, and we'll see him at SummerSlam. It's not like Luke's out of the group or anything like that. We helped him out the best we could. He had a better seat than sitting on his couch at home, and he's lucky that he's got good friends like us, and I'm sure that he would do the same thing for me or Ravi or Miguel as well. Then Ex Wonton Girlie asked me to explain Wrestle Reunion and just basically say what it is because she didn't understand. This is coming off the announcement that they're making today that Wrestle Reunion is put on a hiatus, which I think is that they're just going to be done. Something like this, that they go on hiatus, doesn't really make sense. They'll probably never have another one again from this company. But I mean, it's not going to be that hard for another company to pop up. Break the Walls 10 lives out in New York, New Jersey area, and he always goes to this Legends of the Ring Fest. So something like that could pop up and be just as big. And all you have to do is run these around WrestleMania, and they'll be perfectly fine. When I was texting Assault and Battery about this today, about he went to the last one in Toronto. He was basically saying that what else could they do? The line to meet Roddy Piper was 2 hours long. I mean, how many more people do you need? But they got to fly these people in. They got to pay their booking fees and all that. So I mean, there's a real heavy charge hanging over their head that they have to make sure they pay back to make sure they make money off of this. It's not like these wrestlers are coming down there and making it for free. So I mean, they got to charge what they do. So basically, just talking about the Wrestle Reunion people, they bring in a certain number of people. It's normally 10 to 12 sporadic stars. There's guys that were in the main event, guys that are mid-carders, guys that were straight jobbers, anybody that they think can buy their autographs. And they all are like $20 for an autograph, $30 for a combo. So I mean, if you go in there and you want to get everybody, make sure you're able to buy one of the VIPs. They only do a certain number of them, and they go on sale before you even know who's going to be there. So that's what makes it sort of sketchy. I mean, you could buy a VIP, and then the names come out of people that you don't even really want to meet, and then you're shit out of luck. But what I liked about Wrestle Reunion is that you could walk in there, and it didn't even take us that long. Both times we went to Wrestle Reunion, we were in and out of there in about an hour, because it's like instead of ordering a combo meal off the at a restaurant, you're ordering a la carte. You're just like, I'm gonna meet the New Age Outlaws, I'm gonna meet DDP, and I'm gonna get a split. I mean, that's all I gotta meet. And so it's like you pay more because it would cost you $60 to meet those two people than it does the cost of access, which access costs $50. But you might walk into access with a $50 general admission ticket, and it'd be just slam packed. And you might only get to be able to meet Howard Finkel, like I said in the earlier part of the video, or you can walk into Access and you can meet 100 people like I did, but I got to meet Howard Finkel, Jimmy Hart, the Usos, Heath Slater, Jinder Mahal, Dory Funk, or what are those names really worth to you? Like, it's fun for me to meet them and get my picture with them, but I got those names for $50, or I could have for $60 met two names like the Outlaws and DDP. So I mean, if you walk in there and you don't have a VIP ticket and you're gonna go a la carte, especially if it's one of your first Wrestle reunions, you're shit out of luck because you're walking out of there broke. Unless you're just, it doesn't really matter to you. I really like meeting wrestlers, so I'm gonna meet as many as I can. But I mean, like guys like Sid, we're charging like $55 because they're not Wrestle reunion people. They are vendor people. The vendor people were High Spots. High Spots brought in some big names like Mickey James, Tori Wilson, Matt Hardy. They were some of them. Cole Cabana was there on his own. He wasn't even really a vendor. He was just there for the High Spots. He had his own table, and he was there for 3 days. And he just sat there and he signed autographs for $5, took pictures for $5, and would just talk to you for free. He was one of the pretty cool people there. Our video had a stand, and they were having people there that they were doing shoot interviews with, or that they were doing it had ECW backgrounds, and they could push their ECW stuff to sell. They brought in people like Sabu. Rhino was there. They had Maria, but I didn't get to meet her. After seeing it at ROH, she deserved my money, but she just got there too late. And Shane Helms, I got to meet him. Jillian Hall was there for our video for some reason. She must have done a shoot interview. I don't know anybody wants to see that crap. But maybe she's got some good dirt on JBL or something like that. They were pretty, just basically the same thing. $20 for an autograph, $30 for whatever. And then they had the all-girls thing, which had Shelly Martinez. She charged me 10 and 10, $20 for a combo. And that was worth every dollar, but she put her boob on my elbow. That was awesome. And then they have like American autographs. They were the ones that were charging the craziest. They brought in big names. They had Sid, who looked like he could main event Wrestlemania the next day. He looked every bit as big as he did when he main evented Wrestlemania back in the day against The Undertaker. You had Dennis Rodman came walking in there. He was signing for them, I think. Kevin Nash was there. And they were like $50 for a combo. They were like $30 for an autograph, $20 for a picture. So I mean, if you want to meet these big stars, you're gonna pay out the nose. But if you're like Assault and Battery 777, and you have a collection where you collect classic superstars, and that's your thing, is you have to get classic superstars autographed. There's probably not another way that he's gonna be able to meet some of these names. So I mean, that's the only way to go. So that's why I like Wrestle Reunion. It's pretty cool, but you do pay out the nose, and you are gonna bleed. Now to wrap up the WrestleMania Q&A, the last question is MNG88. Where did you get the money to buy all that crap, considering WWE stuff is expensive and it must cost like $500? Well, it costs a whole lot more than $500, and I paid for it by going to work. Get off your couch, get a job, and save your money. I mean, that's all it is. I mean, you can buy everything that comes in front of you. Or you can save it up and buy something big, and that's what I like to do. I like to make sure I take my family on vacation every year to Disneyland. That ain't cheap. Make sure you stick. And I like to go to Wrestlemania every year. I like to buy DVDs when they come out. You just create a little stash fund of money. Like like you have your 401k set up at work, so that way you can retire someday. You put 10% of your money in there. Set up a separate savings account, and 10% of your check every week goes over there. That's what I do. And then you always have that little slush fund of money that you're able to, do stupid stuff with. Right now, my slush fund is gone. I'll admit to you. But we're building it back up as fast as we can. That's what you do when you need money. You save it, and you got it. Thank you, everybody. I hope you enjoyed all the videos. Check them out if you missed any.